for everyone who missed out. Okay, recording. So this is the PowerPoint presentation we went through today. We'll go from the very start. Zipping through all the slides. A lot of slides.
Yes.
So today we talked about speaking. This is the introduction from the book. We talked about the tenor, meaning how, the mood, and the field, meaning the topic, and the mode, for example, by telephone or by email, and whether it's real time or not real time. And then we talked about text analysis. So when you break the text down into the nouns, verbs, objects, the grammar. And when you have a transcript of a dialogue, and we talk about this is the structural side and this is the function. So that's in the book as well. You can check that out. We talked about, for example, how you can introduce new subjects and new objects to extend the students. We talked about, this is something I picked up from Penny that basically we all agree that student-centered approach is better than a topic-centered. We talked about how you can use colours to identify different parts of a sentence as well. Ellipsis, remember ellipsis, guys? When something has been omitted, and it can be omitted because in conversation we don't say all the words, or it could be omitted because someone is unsure. It's a sensitive topic, and basically you do it with a space and then 3 dots and then a space. And that's a bit about text analysis. Talked about how you can change the register, making it more formal. For example, this, which would be using passives. And then we talked about the, well, let's see, lesson plans. And this is the lesson plan template you can go to. So, yep, and when you're doing a lesson plan, you need to work out what your objectives are and what activities, what materials you're going to use, and seek feedback from previous lessons. Okay, then we talked about different ways you can encourage. First of all was accuracy, and then was fluency or free style. So for accuracy, we have the choral drills where you repeat. Just repeating, you can do positive or negative questions. And then for developing fluency, well, there's a whole lot here that we've done. So like looking at pictures, eliciting sentences from looking at pictures, or playing Pictionary, where they've got to draw on their whiteboard. If one member of the team says, for example, well, maybe draws a picture, the other members have to work out what the picture is. And we have the crossword puzzle. You can find online these sites. I think they're free. This one here is free. That's this one called Half a Crossword. So once again, encouraging speaking in a fluency or freer stage of your lesson. This is a fill in the gap. This is another fill in the gap. That's from your book. And other games we can do are like celebrity heads. We've got to guess who you are, which animal or vegetable or famous person. Board games like Yahtzee, where you have all the A, B, C, or the alphabet letters, and you have them jumbled up, and there's lots of vowels in there too. You have to work out. Speaking with your friend, if this word exists and what it means. Who can find the most words. We have discussion groups. We said more for the inter or upper level, if it's controversial issues. Interviews and surveys, we talked about that. Questionnaires. And you've got pages you can go to like this site here, ESL Classroom, where you've got lots of, this is if you're teaching the topic, but as we mentioned, usually the task is better, and then for the extension or for a lead-in, you could do this. But you should, in my opinion, have a grammar point all the time. Surveys and questionnaires, debates, talked about how to run a debate, look at this website to find out. And this is elementary level, probably, intermediate, no, I mean pre-intermediate maybe. Example, survey, role play, where we observe and make notes, give them feedback after. Find the difference, Yep, that's looking at that. And then describing and arranging. So arranging, you might have a sequential of events and you put in order, or describe how a person has to walk, do an obstacle course. And that was basically it. Find the difference, websites, negotiations, rank order. Yes, that's right. And the last little bit was talking about the advantages of doing this. So I firmly agree that more group work and pair work for a speaking lesson, the better. And last little bit was this, which is the teacher's role, which we all agreed was basically to stand back and let the students take over and just give them feedback and support. And then we talked about online and the issues of that, which is usually there's at least a 3-second delay, and the problem in that sometimes the students, they don't know you very well. So I suggested teaching, well, tell them more about yourself, put your name behind, and maybe have a bit of a fun time, crack some jokes, and have lots of props to encourage them to speak more. And that's it. That was our lesson. Finished. Anyone? That's very quick condensed version. So I just stopped recording. Boom, boom, boom.